So we've already planted the garlic that we bought, and these are our other winter seeds, which we're going to start planting over the next few weeks. These broad beans I'm going to plant direct in this bed right here, and so I'm going to do that shortly. And we're not going to plant any more carrots just yet because we've got quite a few in. I'll just give it another few weeks before I put any more of those in. They'll get planted direct. The onions will get planted direct as well. Then the other stuff, the lettuce I'll plant direct, but I just want to wait until it cools down a little bit more before I plant that. And the spinach. And then the other stuff I'm going to plant in the greenhouse in pots. I'm planting these crimson flowered broad beans right in this patch here. Broad beans don't need actual stakes to grow up like runner beans do, but they do need some support. So I'm going to hammer these in just around the patch, and then I can tie string up when the plants get quite tall in between the posts, and that will support them. They'll be fine. It'll stop them blowing over in the wind. I plant these veggies up into trays and get them started in the greenhouse. The reason I like to plant them into trays first is because I find that they just do better when you plant them out as seedlings. If you plant them direct to seeds, they're competing with the weeds, and the weeds always grow faster. It's just much easier. They can beat the weeds if you grow them in the greenhouse in weed-free soil and then plant them out as seedlings. Green and purple cauliflower, silver beet and broccoli. First planting. I'll plant some more in a few weeks so that we have a bit of a longer season and we don't get everything all at once. So we're just having a look at the pink lady apples on this tree. They're a lovely colour, some of them, but we think some of them might be ready. And we're gonna have a look. Those ones are a lovely colour up there. That looks nice. Show everybody our giant carrot. So this is not quite as long as the carrot that you grew, is it? But I reckon it's a lot heavier.
It's a lot fatter.
It's really big. Ginormous. I think that might be the biggest one we've ever grown.
The fattest one we've ever.
Definitely. It's huge. I wanted to have a talk about roosters. This week we butchered 2 of our roosters. We live in a suburban area. We're not meant to have any roosters at all actually, but we've got very understanding neighbours who don't mind Reggie, quite like the noise he makes, and so we've been able to keep him. What we can't do though is have 3 or 4 roosters making a noise at 5 or 6 in the morning, because that wouldn't go down too well. And really we've no need of 3 or 4 roosters. We don't have that many hens, and yeah, we only need 1 rooster. So it's something you need to think about before you maybe buy chicks or start incubating your own eggs. What are you going to do with the roosters? It's kind of tough to think that you may have to butcher some of them. A lot of people give them away, but it can be difficult to find homes for roosters, especially the sort of the roosters that we produce, which are mixed breed. They're not desirable. People want pure breed roosters if they're going to have roosters. So we have to decide what we're going to do with them. And for us, it makes sense to butcher and eat them. We spend money on feed, raising them. You can't always tell or be 100% certain when they're very little whether they're roosters or hens. I found I can usually tell from about 4 weeks old, and I'm pretty accurate, but yeah, I can't be 100% certain. I don't think anybody can. Even people that are experts at sexing chickens can't be 100% certain right from when they're born, when they hatch. So yeah, it's just something that you have to bear in mind. We choose to butcher our roosters. We raise them until they're, you know, this size, and then we'll butcher them. So we've butchered 2 this week, as I said. This one's still here, but we'll probably deal with this rooster this week. And how do you tell when they're little if they're going to be roosters or hens? Well, there's 1 or 2 things you can look for. This chick over here is feathering in a lot faster than the other little chick. So this chick doesn't have anywhere near the feather growth that this one does. Can you see how it doesn't really have so many tail feathers as this one? The one with a few more darker colours on it. The other clue is the size of the comb. So the one with the darker brown on has a slightly smaller comb than this one here. A bit difficult to see because they're running around like crazy. And then a final clue is the thickness of the legs and the size of the feet. So this little one here has a thicker leg than this one. This one's got much finer legs and slightly smaller feet. So for those reasons, I think that the little chick with the brown colouring is a hen, and the one that's all white is a rooster. And we'll find out later if I'm right. These are our sunflower heads that we were drying last week, and the seeds are coming out pretty easily now, so we're just basically going to get them out, and then we'll store them all in a jar and we can feed them to the chooks. These are the ones that we've taken off and popped in the jar. There's still a bit more to go. But then I thought I might just take this head down to the chooks and see what they do with it. Maybe they'll just take the seeds straight off the head. So I'll go and see. They're scared of the head. The sunflower head. They don't like the sunflower head. But they don't mind if I throw the seeds over to them. They'll eat them. Let's see what happens if I... So, just so you know, a sunflower head is a terrifying thing for chickens. Especially roosters. Roosters are terrified of sunflower heads. So I'm going to go back to my original plan, which is to pull the seeds off the head and then throw them in for the chickens. Because it's causing a bit of drama if I just throw in the head. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, could you hit the like button for us? And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. It doesn't cost anything, but it just means that you'll get email notifications every time we upload a video. We try to upload every week. It's usually on a Sunday night in Oz, which would be a Saturday in most of the rest of the world. So look out for our videos. But liking and subscribing lets YouTube know that people think we put out good content, and they will add our videos to recommended playlists for other people, so it will help our channel to grow. Really appreciate the support. See you next week.